Hey, sports card collectors and investors, we have made it to the weekend. It is Saturday. I can't quite get the lighting right. Looks like the dark side of my face there. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. For those that are new to the channel, we have over 200 sports card investing, collectibles investing, and overall personal finance type videos on this channel. We love talking about it. Today, I'm going to be talking about an important subject to me and something that I've been thinking more and more about, especially over the last couple weeks. And I'll dig right into that in a minute. First off, let's talk basketball. We've got it back. The NBA is back on track today. I think games start at 1:30, and then the Lakers-Blazers are on tonight, I believe. I did see that the unicorn Porzingis is out for the season. I'm not sure yet if he's going to have surgery on his other knee. So, hey guys, these are the risks of buying and selling sports cards. This is a guy, I love his potential. I've bought Porzingis cards, but we'll have to see where it goes. I mean, he's injured now. He has injuries in both knees. We'll see how that goes kind of as we move into the future, but obviously an exciting player to watch. He's 25 years old, so I think that he'll come back and have a good career, but who knows? So the Mavs are going to try to have to close out the Clippers. The next two games, they have to go 2-0 without Porzingis. I think it's going to be a lot. I love Luka. I love the supporting cast of the team. I just don't know if they can get over the hump. I mean, the Clippers are just, like we talk about, they're just so deep. They're so incredibly deep. So what I want to talk about today are the importance of population reports, and pop reports is what they're commonly called. It's something that I talk about on the channel. Scarcity is important when investing in sports cards. That's why a lot of people really like to collect and invest in vintage cards, because there aren't 50 different variations of the Lou Alcindor rookie card, or the Jim Brown rookie card, 58 tops. There's not 20 different parallels of that card. There's one, and there's only a certain amount that were printed. There's only a certain amount that are graded. So when you're talking about investing, that's highly attractive just because of the scarcity there. You know how many are out there. The guy has already had a career, so you're not necessarily betting on the future. And that's where we look at like Luka Doncic's pricing. Of course, I love the player, but I have to assume that a lot of this current pricing has baked in, he's going to win an MVP, he's going to win a championship, et cetera, et cetera. So, these are kind of interesting, things to all take into account. But the one line that I've been hearing lately that just scares me to death is when people tell me, population reports don't matter. And guys, I can't stress enough how supply and demand is a real thing. We can try to ignore it. We can try to make excuses. We can try to talk around it or make, a case against why demand will always be up here. But it's just not the reality in any sort of market that we have seen. So unless this is a groundbreaking deal where this is the first market where demand will continuously stay at this level forever, then I guess we shouldn't worry about population reports. For me, it's, I really try hard to buy into numbered cards or low pop cards, whether it be PSA 9 or PSA 10, or at least depending on, you can kind of look at the pricing versus that, that population report and say like, okay, I mean, look, if you're buying a card for $50 and maybe there's 2,000 of them on the pop report, that's a lot different than buying a card at $500 that has 2,000 on the pop report. So you're kind of weighing those risks as you go, and for each person they have to decide if that's a good risk for them or not. But the population reports are something that are incredibly important to help when you're trying to make those decisions. So I think that the advice that's always given, it seems like, is research when it comes to people getting into the hobby or getting back into the hobby, and that is very true. Research is key, whether it's looking up sold listings, but a huge component is our pop reports, and are they numbered? Are they numbered cards? That's another huge deal. I mean, if you see that there's 99 that were printed and you have card number 8 out of 99, then there's 99 in population. That's how many that there are. And then out of those 99, how many are PSA 10s? 7? Okay, well, that's a pretty rare card. So that's how you're able to kind of figure this out. And And for those of you that might not know exactly what I'm talking about here with population reports, we're talking about the grading companies. I'm mainly talking about PSA pop reports, and you can find that, I believe it's psacard.com, and then you'll see population reports, and that gives you the ability to, there's a search bar there, you can search any set, most sets, I shouldn't say any set, but I think a lot of sets you can search within their registry. And then BGS or Beckett Grading Services also has a pop report. I believe you have to register with them. I don't use theirs as much. I mainly use PSA's. And then I believe that SGC also has a pop report as well. So I think if you're really digging in deep and you're looking to buy graded cards, great idea to have a good idea on all of those pop reports. Especially if you're going to sink serious money. If you're buying a $10,000 card, let's just say, I would make sure that as part of that research plan that we're all talking about, as far as the necessary research that goes into buying cards and selling cards, is checking those pop reports. So what do you guys think of this? I want to get some feedback here. And is this something where, do you check all three of these companies' pop reports? Are pop reports important to you? Because I know that, look, there's a lot of people in the comments that are probably going to comment to me about, hey dude, this is old thinking. Pop reports don't matter. Well, I've lived through a few different of these cycles, whether it be sports cards or real estate or the stock market, where demand was up here and then demand fluctuates, and then where's supply compared to that demand, and wherever it is on that wave, on that curve, it matters. I was having a debate, not necessarily a debate, but kind of going back and forth with someone on social media. They were talking about a Kobe Bryant, I believe it was his Topps rookie in a PSA 9, and he was basically kind of trying to figure out, there's pricing that had kind of fluctuated, well, not necessarily like sinking, but it was fluctuating a little bit, and he was trying to get to the bottom. It was kind of like, should I sell now? And he was asking out into the social media world, is it time to, like, are things starting to sink now, or is this just some part of the deal? And the one thing that I was thinking about is, I'm thinking about how many people, because I bet this is a lot of people, that between March and now, or let's just take a smaller part of that, March through March, April, May, June, how many people sent away to PSA? And I know PSA was closed down in BGS, but how many people saw kind of the rise of those like Kobe rookies? I guess my question is, how many Kobe rookies, Topps rookies, those base rookies, are sitting at PSA right now? And then what he was mentioning is there was an extra 400 and so that hit the pop report over the last, I think, couple of weeks or something like that. But my big question is, how many are going to be on that pop report at the end of this year? How many are going to be at the end of next year? Because what you have now is you have a lot of people that are getting into this, and they're buying raw, they're grading, or they're going back through their collection and going and grading, and they're selling. They're looking to turn these over. My question is how many of these people are, and look, no judgment one way or the other. If you're buying to sell or grading to sell, doesn't matter to me. It's the way the market works. But how many people are taking those Kobe rookies, that are getting graded and putting them in their personal collection, and how many are getting those Kobe rookies and immediately putting them onto eBay or immediately selling, looking to move those cards? So, and I think that percentage is going to be very interesting, and I think where it's going to be very telling is the amount of supply that's on eBay at any given point and how that supply is going to affect pricing. I'm very, very curious to see with a lot of the base rookie cards, so whether it be like, LeBron James, base rookie card, like the Topps, I believe it's 2003 Topps, just the top, not the chrome necessarily, but just the Topps, and Kobe, but not even just those guys. Those are kind of the top tier guys in basketball over the last 25 years, but who are, think about some other players that could happen to. But I guess my point is those pop charts are going to rise pretty dramatically. A lot of cards are getting graded now, a lot more. PSA is grading a record number of cards in 2020 compared to where they have done in the past. And that'll probably carry over again into 2021, I'm guessing. So I'm very, very interested to see what that heightened PSA count is going to look like and how that will affect pricing. And then it kind of makes me take pause a little bit on buying some of the more modern cards that I might have bought graded and just hold and maybe say, like, you know what, maybe on some of the base rookie cards, I will hold off on those just because there's going to be a lot more coming onto the market. I'm assuming this. And of course, this is going to vary between cards. There's going to be some sets that weren't printed as much as other sets, etc. So this is, and I guess that's what makes this stuff so fun, is tracking this and trying to figure out kind of where it's going to go. Very, very interested. But the reason why I'm making this video in part is because when I hear things like Kobe Bryant rookie cards will never go down, they're always going to continue going up because of the popularity of the player, the legacy. I understand the thinking, but the supply piece is the part that is not being taken into account here. Will that demand meet the supply if the supply increases? And that's what I want to see, whether it be Kobe rookies, LeBron rookies, any of the modern rookies, Luka Doncic rookies, if there's more that are coming, hitting those, what number is it going to take for that base prism Luka Doncic rookies for it to start? We're hitting like 12,000, 13,000. Are there 20,000 of them out there? What happens if there's 20,000 and then there's double the amount on eBay that are on eBay right now? What does that do for pricing? I want to see all this stuff. So anyway, guys, I'm talking because I think it gets me excited to talk about kind of how this is going to go and what's in store, and it's just it fascinates me. So thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed yet, jump on board, guys. Let's go. We got the Luka painting, the Jerry Rice painting. We're here. Jump on board. All right, thanks for tuning in, guys. Take care.